G'day guys, Mick here, and welcome back to the bush. Lockdown's finally over and I've managed to get out here for a weekend, so I thought I'd do a couple of 5-minute yarns while I'm out here. So today's 5-minute yarn, guys, is going to be a question that's been asked to me a few times now. Last time in particular was Brian from Next Level Adventures, and it seems to be quite a popular one, and it is, what size tyres do I run and why? Well, much to the dismay of a lot of guys, sorry if this wind is a bit of a pain in the arse, but that's a 5-minute yarn, no editing. Yeah, much to the dismay of many people, I run standard 265/70/16s on the Pajero. That's what they come out with, and that's what I still run today. Why do I run that size? There's a few reasons for it. Part of is the larger you go in tyre size, the more you use in fuel, and being a 3.5 litre V6, it's a bit thirsty anyway, so things I can do to try and minimise my fuel usage, it all helps. Another reason is, to be honest, I haven't really found a need for anything bigger. A little bit of extra ground clearance from going up to 31s or something might be alright, but in all honesty I haven't really needed to go any bigger than the 265/70/16s. So eventually one day it might happen, but for now I'm happy with that. The other factor as to why I run this size is they're the same as what's on the trailer that I'm setting up for camping. So same size tyres, same wheels, means I'll have 2 spares on the trailer, and the spare on the car gives me more spares if I'm doing a bigger trip. So having the same size tyres all the way around on vehicle and trailer is going to be an advantage. As for brand, when I purchased these tyres, I was looking at a set of Hancooks. Now I booked in a Bob Jane at Lake Haven, and they weren't, at the time, they weren't able to get the Hancooks in. Something happened with their delivery not turning up or whatever it was, and they weren't able to get them in, and we're coming into a long weekend and I wanted the tyres. So I ended up opting with the Bob Jane brand of the J-Tracks, and apparently the J-Tracks are basically the last model Bridgestone jewelers. And when you look at the imaging and everything of the tread patterns, they do look like they are the last model of jeweler. They were a little bit cheaper than what the Hancooks were, and they had a set in my size in stock at the time, so I opted with that. And to be honest, I've actually been really happy with them. I drop them down to 25 at least as soon as I hit dirt. You know, I've still done 70-80 kilometres an hour on dirt roads with these tyres, and there's been no issues with them. Dropping them down to 25 gives me quite a nice ride, quite a lot of comfort and plenty of traction. I've never had an issue with traction on road, I've never had an issue with traction off road. They've rolled over everything I've thrown at them, except for one thing, and that was largely my own stupid fault. I tried to climb a hill that I shouldn't have done, and I didn't realise that there were star pickets buried in that hill. So as I've slid across, it's sliced the inside wall of the tyre. But I think it would have done the same thing to any tyre regardless of the brand. So yeah, these J-Tracks, guys, have actually been really good. Again, 265/70/16, stock standard Pajero size. I've got a 2-inch lift in the car, or 40mm lift in the car, and I really don't see the need personally to go bigger tyres or anything, so I'm very happy with the way they're running. Alright guys, that's it for this 5-minute yarn. Take care, peace, and as always, I'll see you on the tracks.